I made this song inspired by the musical direction on Kelvin Momo's latest album. And in this video, I'll be breaking down the elements and the arrangement that created this masterpiece. So without wasting any time, let's get into the video. Okay, so first things first, let's start off with the drum. So the drum consists of 3 loops and a percussion pattern that I created alongside a kick. So here's how the first loop sounds. And you'll find these loops in a pack that I'll put in the description below. That's our first loop. This is our second loop. And that's our third loop. Let me play them all together and let's hear how it sounds. So if we move on to the mixer, you'll see that I actually made further adjustments to the frequencies just so that they can work together. So I decreased some of the mids here. Then I also cut all the low frequencies for all the loops. Then we have a kick, just a simple sided kick. And then there are certain parts of the song that play this pattern, just to make things interesting. Then we also have this pattern right here. So that's basically the percussion. Moving on to the chords. I won't go into detail in regards to theory here. We've created a course that can help you to understand what I basically played here. The link will be in the description below. Please check it out and I hope it helps. So for the chords, we used a plugin called Labs, and we have a bank or a pack called Vintage Keys. The sound that we used is the 73. I don't know why they named it the 73, but yeah, that's the 73. So moving on to the next element, we have a lead guitar. I'm gonna play the guitars later on. So for now, let's just skip the guitars. So the next section, we have more percussion, and here's how it sounds. So it's giving more energy to the song. We also have a bass guitar, and we have more chords, but they're not necessarily new. They're just the same, but with a different preset. So we used 2 plugins. We used Xenology, and we also used Expand. Here's how this pattern sounds. And let's play them all together. Okay, let's open this guitar. For those of you who work with guitar players or people that know how to play, if you don't know this plugin, here's a plug. This is a plugin that has basically amps, if I'm not mistaken, but you can use this to add nice effects to your lead guitars and stuff. Let me play you guys this section. If you want to get to Momo's level, you need to utilize live instruments. Most of the songs, or all the songs, they have some form of live instrument. If you want to really get that sound, you need to, unfortunately, be associated with people who can play. Yeah. So we also have this shaker right here. As you can hear, it's very subtle. You can't even hear the shaker, but it's there and it's doing its job. So another trick that you can take away from this video is adding a stereo enhancer. This is more of like mixing. So you're adding a stereo enhancer just to make sure that the shakers, because most of the time we add a lot of shakers, so just to make room for all the shakers, you add a stereo enhancer and you separate them within the stereo mix, and then you can further EQ them. So we started off with the guitars in the previous section, just so that we can let people know that this is the main melody of the song. So the next section, we have a grand piano, and this grand piano preset is found in Nexus, and it's called Nexus Grand Piano Soft. Another thing about solos, when you're creating a solo, think of a continuous melody. When you're creating solos, you don't necessarily need to go up and down the scale and just playing random stuff. You need to think of the melodies. As you play, as you learn how to play, it will come naturally, but you need to think of melodies because it's gonna make your song more memorable. So moving on to the next element, we have just the basic string. It's been a while since I used this preset. For those of you who don't know this preset, it probably means that you are new to production, and that's okay. So here's how it sounds. This basically fills up the empty spaces within a song. Then we have more percussion. Then we have another melody. Simple melody. We used this preset and also this preset. So because the lead guitar is not playing in this section, we basically replaced it with the grand piano. Now it's the one that's taking the center stage. So I was playing a solo. Then once the second melody came in, I stopped playing the solo with the piano and played chords, just so that the melodies don't fight each other. It's very important for you to pick your melodies wisely and to also place them correctly, because if you put a lot of melodies at the same place, they are going to fight for attention. So moving on to the next element, we have a new preset. So it's the same chord progression that we started with. Then let me switch on the FX. sounds that I don't need to explain this. This is standard. Moving on to the next section, we have a very, very interesting section. We have the log drum coming in. So we have 3 layers. The first one is the sub, the second one is the first log drum, and then we have the second log drum. The first log drum is basically the body, and then the second one is supporting the first log drum, and it's called a hard log for a reason. It brings in that punch. I hope that makes sense. As you can hear, it doesn't have the body. That's why I'm saying this one has the body. We have the strings coming in, and then we also have more percussion. Yes, more percussion. So we also have this interesting element. You can't necessarily hear it within the song, but it has a role. Moving on to the next section. Yes, we are almost done. We have the grand piano. Yes, there's something about a grand piano. It just adds that emotion to the song. But anyway, we also introduced percussion alongside the piano. So because we're adding a lot of loops within the song, we need to control some of the frequencies. As you can see, I've removed most of the high frequencies. So let me play you guys this section. Another thing you should do is to play around with your kick. Sometimes switch it off. It creates some sort of suspense within the song. Just listen to this part. You see? Moving on to the bridge, nothing new. We just have the guitar and we also have the Rhodes sound. Let's break down this section. So in one of my previous videos, I explained that most of the time when it comes to the bridge, you basically take whatever that's in the intro and you put it in the bridge and maybe expand on it. But yeah, then we are back again. We have the log drum playing alone just to give the guitar a breather. So here we are vibing. And then we have the guitar coming back here, and then I'll upload the song on a new channel, and that channel's purpose is basically upload songs that are created within the Asourceplug studio. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna play you this section, and that's the whole video.